welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about going out and getting social after going sober. When you first get sober, you probably feel like you can never go out again, you don't know how to socialise without a drink in your hand, and hopefully this video will help you get through that weird period of sobriety. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment below, and let's get straight into it. Okay, so when I first got sober, I spent the first month in bed. I pretty much didn't go out unless it was walking the dog or having like my mum or my best friend round, seeing my boyfriend, obviously, we lived together. But the thought of going out was terrifying. I think when you first get sober, that's completely okay. You know, your sobriety is the most important thing in the world, really, at that time. And I think there's a lot of pressure when you're kind of in your 20s and probably thereafter to be out and to be social in pubs and bars. And what I've learned through getting sober is that there's actually a lot more fun things to do than going to pubs and bars. However, your friends are probably still going to pubs and bars, so you are going to have to venture there every now and then. So what I would suggest to you is to always have an exit strategy. And what this means is that you've got no fear of leaving if it gets too much for you. You may go back and you may think, do you know what, I actually really enjoy it. There might be good music on, you might just be chatting with friends, and you may not need an exit strategy. But it's important that you feel strong enough to be able to just leave the event or leave the location whenever you want to. If you're a driver, I definitely suggest that you drive. This way, you know you can get out whenever you want to. If you're not a driver, make sure you've got a cab app on your phone or someone you can call that can come and collect you if things are getting a bit much. It's completely okay to want to go home. And to be honest with you, once all your friends and family are drunk, they probably won't notice you've left. Which sounds horrible, but it's a blessing in disguise. The second thing I would say to you is make sure that you have a look at the menu before you go. It's good to know if the place you're going offers alcohol-free alternatives. If it does, this will make you feel a little bit less nervous and there'll be less questions around why you're not drinking, because 90% of the time these drinks look very, very similar to the alcohol included options. Number 3, make sure you let your friends know that you're not drinking tonight. Make sure that they're aware before you get to the event that you're not going to be pressured into drinking. The last thing you want is to be feeling nervous, feeling vulnerable, and someone doesn't know what's going on with you and you fall into peer pressure. It's really, really common if we're not honest. In my last video about going sober, I mentioned just how important it is to be honest, and this is one of the massive reasons why. If people know you're not drinking, they're not going to pressure you. Don't get me wrong, you'll probably meet someone out that you've not met before and they'll do the classic, can't you just have one? And you have to be strong and say, no. But maybe you think that you can just have one and then maybe you will try and have one. That's okay. You know, nights out and situations like this can often lead to relapse. There's no shame in relapsing. Some people call it market research, but 90% of people that relapse end up realising that drinking isn't for them. So if you've been out and you've had a relapse, this is your message to know that it's okay and welcome back to trying again. Number 4. Now, you'd be surprised, but there's actually loads of fun things you can do that don't involve booze. I, on my first night out, actually went to mini golf. Now, I'm not a golfer in any way, shape or form, but it's a really cool place. I'm based in Essex and it's in Lakeside called Putt Shack, but they are a chain, so there'll probably be one near you too, if you're based in the UK. I'm not sure if they're international yet. But Putt Shack offers an activity so that you're not constantly thinking about going to the bar. You're not constantly talking about drinking. You're not filling the time with boredom and therefore trying to get more drinks, trying to get shots. You're concentrating on the activity at hand, and even better than that, they also have a full cocktail list of alcohol-free cocktails. And I don't just mean mocktails. I mean, they've got alcohol-free spirits. So you can have a really nice drink that looks exactly like your friends, but it's alcohol-free. And you don't feel left out, you don't feel out of place, it's not weird asking for an alcohol-free range. They've made it really, really accommodating for sober girls and guys. So give it a go. And I'm sure you'll find it's a domino effect. Once you've been to somewhere, you'll then try out different places. And actually, your friends will thank you for it because you're exploring with them options outside of the pub. And to be honest with you, it will probably be a lot cheaper than just going to the pub. Another brilliant way to make life a little bit easier for you is to try some alcohol-free alternatives. It's no lie that we all like the taste of alcohol if we've been drinking quite heavily. You may not love it, but there's probably a drink that's got you going. And thankfully, there's now so many alcohol-free alternatives. I absolutely love the No Secco, which is like £3 from I think Sainsbury's. And it's not the same as Prosecco, but it's pretty close enough. And it's just nice to have a refreshing drink. A lot of the alcohol-free beers taste exactly the same, just a lighter version. A few of my friends have tried them and even said, you know what, it's not that bad. I think I'd rather drink that and not get bloated. So, and there's now a whole range of alcohol-free spirits, so you can be at home making cocktails without the worry that you're going to end up drinking something that you know you don't want to. Hopefully this video has helped you a little bit. Don't be afraid to go out and socialise. Just make sure that you're looking after yourself and you're prioritising your sobriety. It's really important that you know what your boundaries are and that you've got people around you that respect them. Of course, my DMs are always open, and if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to put a comment below. I'll see you soon.